Hey guys, welcome to week 6. This week we are going to be diving into the presidency of Thomas Jefferson, and we're going to be looking at a couple of different significant things that go on during his presidencies, albeit there are in fact a number of very significant events that occurred during his presidency. Perhaps chief among them is the Marbury versus Madison court case, which effectively creates something that we call judicial review, a type of legal precedent that allows the courts to declare an act of Congress as unconstitutional. And in fact, in today's society, one of the chief things that the court does is it declares things constitutional and otherwise. And in fact, this idea of judicial review is not in fact found in the Constitution, but indeed the courts gave themselves this power via Marbury v. Madison. This is talked about more in length in your textbook. But the two events that we're going to be looking at this week through the lecture in Jefferson's administration is the Louisiana Purchase, which we purchased for $15 million from Napoleon, as well as some issues that the United States is having with Great Britain and France, which will lead to a number of embargoes and various diplomatic measures that in some ways, in fact in very significant ways, had controversial and unintended economic consequences for the United States, and they're going to help to drag the United States into war with Great Britain, which brings us to the other topic we will look at this week, which is the War of 1812, which was fought when James Madison was president. And so these are some significant events because in many ways these two events highlight the future of the United States. The Louisiana Purchase more than doubles the size of the nation and allows for the United States to engage in a type of westward expansion that later on during the 1840s will be monikered Manifest Destiny, our sort of God-given right to spread over the American continent. And then the War of 1812, although by all measures the United States should not have won this conflict, they do come out victorious against the British, and it ushers in a strong sense of nationalism that will present itself in a number of ways, including internal improvements, an increase in the size of the United States Navy and military, among others. And so this idea that the United States sort of comes into its own and begins to grow and develop, ideologically, philosophically, and geographically, really can be seen here during this period of history. So a very significant time, and we're going to be spending some time looking at that. The only other thing that I would encourage you to be working on, of course, this week is your PowerPoint assignments. Now, that is due next week at the end of week 7. The directions for those for that assignment can be found in the syllabus, which is located in Course Information in Blackboard. And basically, I'm asking you to select 2 significant events that had a larger, I'm sorry, that was rather redundant, wasn't it? A rather large impact upon the overall development of the United States. Okay, so you need to make sure that you know the time frame for this particular PowerPoint, which I think is 1607 to 1824. And so you're looking for what are 2 rather significant events that had a major impact on the United States, either politically, socially, culturally, racially, what have you. These things are spelled out in the syllabus. So be thinking about that, be working on that because they are coming up to be due. So that's pretty much all I have for you this week. So if you have any questions, please contact me. Otherwise, as always, go in peace, be warm and filled. May the force be with you. Live long and prosper, and may the odds forever be in your favor. All right, guys, have a blessed week.